them out, it's easier to play into for Poke, but if Meteor can just keep farming, then, well, this game it's kind of nightmarish for Poke. I just don't think this lineup is that safe in jumping in and taking control. Maybe you see double blinks, like say Blink Lesh and Blink Beastmaster, with a couple of BKBs and the Bloodstone and Lesh. That could be your solution. It takes a lot of farm, though.
Well, Deep Ward's already here from Aaron. He's going to get full vision of the side of Meteor Gaming as Aaron trying to bait them forward. Poke are moving in. D Ward's out. Meteor, do they want to fight? They've got the high ground, but Poke will not oblige. They will back off, split up immediately. With that, seems like Poke, no, not interested in the fight whatsoever. They seem more than happy that they at least denied the Observer Ward that Aaron did place. So there's that. At least he didn't give any gold away.
Kind of wasted a little bit of gold from the Sentry investment, so a little bit of economic damage on hand. Just like the housing market.
Why are you gonna bring that up, John? Why are you gonna do that to us? We're all suffering.
I don't know. I felt like I needed to toss some spice out. I'm living with my parents. I'm mostly unaffected because I am 29 and living with my mom and dad. I'm Filipino. What can you do? That's the one blessing we have. Our parents don't kick us out. That's it.
There you go. Shout out to mom and dad. Sadly, I didn't get the same luxury, Jonathan. But I appreciate your luxury, your privilege, as they call it these days. Small KK and Echoes mid lane. The Storm versus Leshrac matchup, Jonathan. What are we expecting from this?
Relatively even, mostly on farm. There's a lot of punish for the Storm if he does walk up and try to make a play onto small KK. Like, once you have the split Earth, if he tries to walk up and say, go for the Vortex Overload, double Overload kind of play, you just preemptively stun. Echoes is just kind of caught off guard. So, main thing is rune control. Both of these heroes are kind of man dependent. And if you can get a much better time in controlling runes, you get a better time mid. And again, you look at Meteor supports, it's a Tusk and Mirana. Those two feel really good when they go out down mid. And you can have some good presence here for Aaron if he finds a good creep, but it's only if he finds a good creep, otherwise it can feel a bit lackluster.
Well, have a look at that top lane. TC's already trying to get very aggressive here on the Tusk. Killer and Aaron, of course, against and TZ. Now, TC feels relatively safe. Like in the early levels of the Ench and the Beastmaster, they don't do too much. The Tusk can kind of just run at them and get those harassments in, but there is going to come that kind of timing around the level 2, level 3 mark for Poke, where it does feel like this duo of the offlane does start to feel a lot stronger. Like, you may not catch the sniper, but TZ is certainly quite vulnerable if he is out of position.
Yeah, he can be punched quite nicely. I think you're more than happy in this lane, though. Like, it's just farming up for the most part. Killa, it's also farming up. You do manage to get a nice speedy creep here for Aaron, the drunk creep with a whip. So you can just kind of roll up, just impetus down. That is the one thing with the Ench as well. Like, impetus, look at that. HP just goes down to half from one impetus shot at level 1. Very balanced hero.
Yeah, it's a great hero, Jonathan. Great hero indeed. This bottom lane, first blood is going to be drawn. Run Fu Dao already going down here in the Pons 5 Rubik. A sort of pick up there from our Mirana. Ma Bleu. A fantastic job already in this game number 3. And well, at the very least, Lunfur's okay on the Lifestealer. The one thing I have, though, like compared to the last game with the Doom, is this Doom should have just as free, if not even freer of a time. Like, there's not really slowing down the farm of Molasses either here in this game 3.
No, like a Lifestealer Rubik lane just isn't aggressive enough. Like, sure, you can rip through a Strength hero as a Lifestealer fairly nicely, but you have a Rubik to back you up. That's like a very small window for the lift back into play. And it doesn't feel like it's going to be enough. You're very comfy here for Molasses to just trade. And, you know, like, you just farm up. You just play this lane passively, farm, get a kill when Ranfu walks a bit too far, and just go back to farming. Like, you don't have too much to worry about here on Meteor. And so far, for every lane for Meteor does feel solid. Even the mid lane, Echoes is eking out a small lead over our Lesh. Rather even so far, but you know, once Storm does hit 6, that's where it becomes a lot more playable for that hero, especially if no one intervenes. Like Poke, no one's really left their side lanes to help mid and try to skew runes. So as long as that doesn't happen, the Storm feels pretty good building up to that 6.
Yeah. He's having a very free time so far. Top lane, Killer, not having the greatest time. He's been left alone top lane, so he's just going to drop. Aaron has rotated to try and secure the 4-minute water rune timings. But, well, Echoes, oh, he's actually going to get denied all of them. They're not going to allow him to have even one. Lift is there. Split Earth. Oh, no, they don't cooperate here. They don't really talk, I don't think, but Echoes.
Oh,
he's
boy.
still going to try and fight back. Small KK is going to get out. Echoes somehow survives. The coordination, though, it wasn't there. They just needed to lift into the stun, but sadly, he lifts him backwards.
Yeah, not the position they wanted that to go out on. And Small KK actually gets no water runes as well as TZ snipes one away. So, gonna be left a little bit low with a mid group up. And, you know, for Echoes, as long as he's alive, working towards that 6, you're happy. You don't mind. You know, Small KK's out of top-ups. He'll try.
We'll give it a crack. The Small KK, he's down. Nice little pick up here from Meteor Gaming. These kills mean a hell of a lot with this kind of draft as well, right? Because you are looking to try and take off as Echoes. Oh, they were mid-animation for the mana burn. The damn creep, it was so close to securing that kill, but not quite enough.
Yeah, it would have been a nice way to balance out, but now a perfect start so far for Meteor 0-3. All their lanes, again, feeling pretty damn good. Not too far behind on Poke, to be fair. Like your farm on Lawn Fur is up there, your farm on Kill is a little bit better than Small KK is having a better time than Echoes in terms of farm. So there's some timings to Meteor.
Do they even have the damage? Like, Aaron showed up now, so TZ's actually the one in danger. Yeah, he does manage to back his way out. They actually never used the Purge, I don't think, on TZ. He's all right. Mid, more rotations incoming, trying to secure the 6-minute power route. Seems like it was, where did that power rune go? There it is, Small KK got
top. Yeah, nice regen on hand, so you can just man dump. Oh.
Yeah, they got the Beastmaster again. It's kind of the thing, like, every time you leave this guy alone, TZ's just going to run at him with the tag team. And even though he's going to die now, it's more than worth it. You know, slowing down the timing of the Beastmaster, handing more kills over to your sniper, you're more than happy with that.
Yeah, you're going to get build-up you need. And is just really allowed to get the scaling he wants. Like, Power Tread's up, Wraith Band up. It's more than ready to just hold that lane. Maybe get the value point and assassinate, although some players have been opting to skip that. And a little bit more nuke, a little bit more stats. Killer still a ways off from his own 6. Inching towards that Dominator timing at the very least, but not quite there yet. And we haven't seen a movement out from Small KK. That's the big one. Like, your Leshrac has just not left mid to help top. He hasn't found any good rune, to be fair. Like, regen is not a rune you rotate on. If he had a haste, perhaps we see that a little bit earlier. But that passiveness is giving an opening to Meteor in their side lanes in comparison. Like, you see Echoes right now. He tries to swing bot, doesn't see any opportunity, but now swinging back mid. What is Mirana? You've got that Vortex arrow combo if you pull it off.
Yeah, Small KK trying to get that Diabolic Eating to the tier 1 tower, but they're just going to glyph that one up. Keep in mind, though, Small KK's farm is, like, well and truly ahead of Echo Z. And Small KK, he's rotated top lane. He wants to see if he can maybe find the sniper. Is hanging around. But again, he's not going to be an easy kill. Like, this sniper should be relatively safe. TZ is just kind of guarding the way for him as well. In fact, they know the Leshrac's around. They're going to try and move in a little bit. Ward's down. They'll see nothing. Aaron, he's going to be the target. They'll make the jump in on the edge. And with the tag team, it is not going to take long. Such a fast process for Meteor.
Nice little pickup for to find. Rushing his way into that Mask of Madness now. Should allow him to scale up even faster and get the farm he wants here as well. As we're hitting that point where Meteor don't mind playing this as a farming game. it's really Poke that needs to play the momentum game, right? You've got the Lesh, you've got the Beastmaster. These objectives need to fall. So far, we just haven't seen them clump up and try to do that. They are smoking from mid now, though.
They are. Midas has already been built up, but Echoes is going to get caught. He's the big target. Already struggling in net worth, but he still zips away. Just barely getting out of that situation. That was close.
Yeah, very close, but he bails out. He wastes the smoke. Normally, you know, you do that in a support, but hey, sometimes your mid does it. Again, this is the one thing we talked about with Poke's draft. They don't have the best catch for something like the Storm, unless they commit the Roar. If they don't commit the Roar, then kill is just free to run. Unless you perfectly chain stun with, say, a lift back into the split herd. It doesn't feel feasible to find that opportunity onto the Storm. And this is when he's most vulnerable. All you have are power treads. Like, the Storm is not a tanky hero right now, but they just can't.
They really cannot. Mid lane. Jump in, Molasses, he's there with the Doom. Maybe this time around they can fight back as he is still going with the Pulse Nova. Looking for a denied bar blue, he will pick up the kill. TZ is in onto Ranfudel. It's still going to cost them 2 supports, maybe even an off lane. And they are just melting now. Meteor Gaming grouping up and making it happen. Assassinate should get the job done. Killer is gone. 4 heroes down for the side of Poke. And Meteor, they are making this game look so easy right now. It's not even close.
Yeah. At 1 to 9. They're lining up for the push. They've managed to get a lot of good space out for pretty much all their cores. Mask of Madness does allow some early presence. Molasses has the Midas. He's going to be fairly well farmed up here too. Like, again, for Poke, this is a timing issue. Like, your Leshrac needs that Bloodstone, sure, but kind of wants to make some early plays without it, right? Like, you want to rotate with supports and try to find some kills, but you've got an Ench and Rubik. Like, they can give you some control, but it's not the easiest thing to pull off. And then you've got this Lifestealer who just wants to farm up as well. So you've just got this weird game where you kind of want to play tempo with your Beastmaster and Lush, but no one feels ready. Whereas for Meteor, they're just set to go. They know they've got openings. They know the Storm's going to be hard to catch out. And they know they've got scaling on hand as well. And there is one thing that I'd like to see, Mike, someday in the future. Do you remember Ag's Labyrinth Part 2?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Sniper was added to the mode and he had his one skill tree was like, chance to assassinate at 15%. Then you just build attack speed and bam, bam, bam. I want that. I want the most obnoxious sniper ever. Please. Is every right clicks the AWP. Bam, bam, bam.
It's fun. We won't be doing that, Jonathan.
It'll make your ears bleed. I want it.
Yeah.
Mike, I want it. Please,
yeah, I know,
Gaben.
Jonathan. We're not.
Please.
We're not doing that, Jonathan. Thank you for the.
Why?
Thank you for the idea, though. No, just. You know,
wait.
Maybe one.
What if they rework Sniper? Right? They made him like a toggle hero. Like, instead of take aim, you toggle it and he gets like a Negev, right? Like higher attack speed, shorter range. Wouldn't that be cool?
You've been playing way too much Counter-Strike. I can tell. It's all about Counter-Strike with you.
I
now.
love the Negev too much.
I know.
I love it way too much. I hold an angle and I hold my fire button. What can go wrong? They can't push A long, Mike. They can't push A long. That's it. That's all I need.
Poke need a lot right now as well, Jonathan. 1 to 9. Nothing going their way. 2k advantage the way of Meteor Gaming. And on the bright side, Small KK still farmed quite effectively here on the Leshrac, and their lifesteal is doing pretty well as well, but well, they haven't hit those power spikes they're really looking for yet. Hell, at this rate, they may never, considering how well they've fought back so far on the side of Meteor.
Yeah, it's difficult. Like, this Bloodstone timing is going to be key. If Pokes still play passively with a Bloodstone up and running, that's where you start to feel pretty dicey about everything. Like, that should line up close to your Overlord timing here as well for Killa. You need to take more of the map away. Because right now, there's still room for Meteor to play down bot, to play under triangle. They're not completely shut out. They've got the build-up they want. And, well, they're getting ready for a smoke play now.
They're going to run right towards the west of the map here. Meteor Gaming looking toward that top lane. They might just find Killer on the Beastmaster. Taking their time. Ranfu down. They don't want the Rubik. They'll run right around to sidestep him. The Ranfu down eventually going to break the smoke. He's going to tank the gank for his Beastmaster. He's done his job. You saw how much they really just wanted to avoid the Rubik. They wanted that Beastmaster so much more. But sadly, you can't always get what you want.
Yeah, kill's a kill. At least you find something, you stave off the top push as well. So you'll get to hold on to your top jungle for a little bit longer. There are some good wards here from Poke though. Got a pretty nice obs just watching the ramp area. Should allow them to kind of invade a little bit more. And you know, it's all about the stall game. Small KKs, Bloodstone's not too far away. In fact, I believe he has the gold now with a disassembly on his arcane boots. So you do have that power spike ready. You're not quite ready on your lifestealer as much. All he has is the armored phase boots. That could be enough, but no Desolator is a lot harder to melt some of these heroes down. Still, we've got that durability in the front line. This is the point where we need to see Poke line up. Like there's that Bloodstone. They've got to make a play. They've got to somehow take a team fight, play with Aurora, play with the Hawk Vision on hand, and just shrink this map, because quite frankly, Meteor are more than happy to play this farming game with you if you want to play this way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in their favor to do so. They are going to smoke up. 3-man smoke towards the north now. Pings are exactly where the sniper is, so M's got to be very careful. But TZ is there to break the smoke. We'll see them now. Immediate Moonlight Shadow popped, and he might actually make it out on the Tusk. Snowball away. Poke will find nothing. Supports once again coming in clutch to ensure these smokes cannot work out. In fact, look at this. The turnaround now. Aaron's stuck around trying to farm the jungle, but he's going to be the kill they take. Of all things, they lose another hero on the side of Poke. Nothing going their way. It's Meteor looking to dive the Radiant jungle now. The stacks are being taken. Oh, they're just going to take all the stacks away.
No.
Can they? Poke are going to fight them for this. Echoes,
no.
He just zips out. Instead, they will try to go after the Doom. He's such a tanky target, though. Molasses, he has time to block the Doom and try to walk away. Small KK in the meantime. He's gone.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's gone, and now they found Lanfur. 4 down for the side of Poke. Now, that is worst case scenario. Couldn't have gone worse than that.
Yeah, that was a nightmare for the side of Poke. Like, all clumped up like that, the shrapnel flying through. The fact that that little snowball save coming out from TZ just saved Molasses long enough for him to, you know, just refresh, come in, get the Doom off, and live through it as well. Like, that is madness. 2-15. Poke, I mean, they look so good in game 1. A bit shakier in game 2, but now they just look lost. Like, Meteor, they're online. They're playing this game, and they're playing clean. Like, this is not a messy game from them. This is all very clean, very pinpoint and accurate in these fights. And for Poke, I mean, this timing, it just feels like it's slipping away from them. Like, the Bloodstone has done nothing. Their Lifestealer has had 0 contribution. It's just, it's not panning out. And your Beastmaster, I mean, he doesn't even have the Overlord yet. I don't know if that even makes a difference at this point.
Oh, here we go. Jump in again. They found the left track this time. Small KK at least will survive. Will fight back, does find TZ. Echoes immediately on the run, seeing the backup was there. The lines are being drawn out. Poke, they need to get aggressive, and they're going to try through the triangle now. At least take over that side of the map. Problem is, Lanfur top lane is on his own, so there is a chance Meteor might be able to find an opening here against the Lifestealer. Thing is, they don't have the Doom available, but they do pop the Moonlight. So they want to try onto Lanfur. Is making his way over on the sniper, but it is too late. Like, without the Doom, it's a little bit too challenging of a kill.
ready for this one.
Oh, TZ has dropped on the task, so maybe the guard might be down because Molasses is running right towards Aaron. In fact, no, they found small KK, much bigger target. The left rack, the Infest, they're trying to save, but the Doom is out to ensure they secure the kill. Lunfer is still trying to fight as the lifestealer, but he's just a lifestealer. He can't catch up to anyone.
Ooh,
at least they
stolen
have
Doom.
caught out the Doom. Runfu down, taking the Doom for himself, so it's not too bad of a trade for Poke. They're just going to continue trying to buy time because, again, Lunfer, he's nowhere near ready yet.
Yeah, needs to keep stalling. And again, that's the one play you have right now with your lifestealer. Just infest to stall, but it doesn't feel great. And it does cost more resources to come out for Meteor to secure that kill, but it's the big kill they want anyway. Like, you actually don't care about killing off Lunfer. He's so low net worth. Lifestealer just doesn't flash farm fast as well. It's really the Leshrac that flash farms into this game. He's the hero that comes back into this game for the team.
Well, TZ's going to die for his team as Molasses, or rather, excuse me, Killer, does end up going down here on the Beastmaster. Not having the greatest game of his life here, just always getting caught out, but it is a very tough Beastmaster game after all. So, just try and buy his cause a bit more time. Just try to make space best he can. So it is 6-17 now. 6k advantage still stands here for Meteor. Things going splendidly, to say the least. M's getting way too big as well on the sniper. Like, full Hurricane Pike up, Chrysalis up casually, BKB being worked on next. Yeah, this guy's pretty damn huge. Like, in terms of stopping the sniper, I just don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah,
there is a blink being
it's the big issue with her grab. I don't know if that's enough. Like, it's really hard to call for a blink onto the sniper, especially if he's standing far back enough to not be spotted. And if you are spotted first, he just shrapnels and you just suddenly can't jump the back line. You have to be much more proactive on poke with blink. And that's something we haven't seen them really do in the past 2 games, it feels like. They've been a lot more passive these past 2 games. Game 1 was super active, but after that, it's just been more reminiscent of what we saw from them in Tour 1, right? Like, this is the kind of gameplay I remember from Poke. And for Meteor, this is still a massive improvement. But I thought we saw that glimpse of a renowned Poke in Game 1. Maybe it rallies back, Mike, but it's looking harder to rally here.
Yeah, that it does. 4-man smoke now. Meteor trying to continue this aggression that they've had throughout this game. There is going to be a scan out on the Roshan pit that actually clipped Meteor while they're smoked. So Poke might think Roshan's happening right now, and they might rush to the area. Lunfer and Aaron are showing up in the mid lane. This is terrible timing for them as Aaron is going to get caught. Lunfer cannot save, but he did think about it. They did not see the lifestealer. So he will remain safe. But now Roshan may actually be open for the side of Meteor, and I think they're going right for it.
Yep. They've got the output. It's not going to take too long. You can scout out with the Hawks, and Killer should spot this one out. He's so close to his blink, but they can't afford to wait for this one. Oh, Hawk Infest.
Oh, this could be big. It does get taken down. Lunfer, they don't realize he's in the Roshan pit. Is getting attacked right now. Nobody realizes it. He's gone.
The Hawk.
Killer does go down. Doom is out from Molasses, but they've lost their sniper. Echoes is out of mana too. He's really got nowhere to go. They're going to have to keep trying to fight this one out. Snowball, they are trying their absolute best.
Ooh.
Onto the left rack they go. Marblue joining in, but they'll lose TZ. They'll lose Molasses eventually. Nobody realized Lunfer was in the pit.
Yeah. That was awkward coming out from Meteor. And now Roshan goes the way of Poke. And I guess that's the Infest combo. Infest the Hawk. It works. Oh my god.
Yeah, they actually got it.
No. How? Infest the Hawk? What? That was so confusing. I was like, guys.
The thing was, everyone ran out of the pit from Meteor as the Hawk died. So they had no idea he was in the pit. And then when gets jumped on the sniper, everyone was too busy fighting on the high ground of the triangle. So nobody paid attention.
Yeah, they left him alone. They left the sniper isolated, and that is such a big opening to come out there for Poke. Like, they're suddenly back into the game. Like, they've got a secondary life in their life stealer. They can kind of take some chances now. They're not too far behind. Like, a 3K lead is noticeable, but not huge by any means.
Well, they've got small KK, but he's a lot more farmed, it seems, as he's trying to survive through it, but does go down. Meteor looking to establish their dominance once again in this game 3. Do find the mid-left rack. And then the fear is Lunfer. He's getting to a point where he's starting to feel very, very scary. Sure, you still have the gap closing issue, apart from that last fight naturally, but there is still an issue of gap close. But now with the blink up on the Beastmaster, it may not be as big of an issue. Echoes?
Potentially.
My thing is, like, if you infest the Beastmaster and just blinks and roars, like, I'm pretty sure literally everyone just dies. I don't think anyone on the map survives that.
Yeah, that is your infest play. It's just, I don't know if you can consistently jump the sniper. Like, if you can, then that's your big play. If you don't, then one of the support cops it, you're still kind of fine there in Meteor. Like, your issue is still gap closing onto
Walrus Punch, Lunfer, he'll be targeted, but he does have the Aegis up. Doesn't seem to want to give up that first life so freely, though, so he's going to back his way out for now. Let's go reset on the neutral creeps first. Meteor, they still want to try and fight. There's your infest on Killer. They're going to try for it. The sniper is kind of showing himself by taking this creep, but they don't want to just jump in blindly. They don't really have any vision around that dire jungle. Instead, Poke, I think they're going to literally poke the bear and go after this top tier 2 again. Kind of force the hand of Meteor. Here we go. Aaron already taking so much damage just from this tier 2 tower and the shrapnel. Trying to bait them forward, but they're not taking it yet. Zip in, they found the backside instead.
Oh, the rear.
Rubik gone. Doom is out. Who have they caught? They found... The Raw does work out with the infest combination. The sniper's gone. There is buyback available, but it may not matter. Everyone else is just falling apart now on Meteor. His Echoes barely gets to the high ground. And he's gonna make it out. But maybe they keep going. Ranfu Dao, I believe he just bought back and died back. So Meteor is still trying to fight this game 3, even without their sniper.
That was the flank they needed.
The blink infest.
Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying it's hard to pull it off. Like, it's also down to Meteor. Like, they've been leaving a sniper unprotected. Like, literally no one's beside him. Not even a single support to help bail him out. I think at this point you kind of have to keep your Tusk next to your sniper, just to watch for that jump in.
Zip in. They have found themselves another. That's going to be Aaron going down as Lunfer. Oh, he's going to get his TP cancelled. They have the Walrus Punch available. Lunfer has lost his first life, and chances are he is losing his second. Arrow, bit off the mark. Doesn't really matter, though. They have the Vortex. Meteor Gaming, I mean, it still feels like Meteor are the better team in this game 3. It literally is all about whether they can land that Blink Raw combo.
And it's just easier said than done to do that. I think if you had a shard on your Beastmaster, it becomes a little bit easier. You can just kind of lead in with the Hawk to start, or at least give you some leeway, then jump in afterwards as well. Like, all Meteor have to do to counterplay that is just have someone by. Again, you can kind of have Tiz nearby, close enough for like a blink snowball save, and that buys you enough time to collapse on top of the sniper. That could be one way. Is also just going for the Lincolns. So once the Lincolns is up, you still can. Like, you just use open wounds to break Lincolns open and roar. But that microsecond of response might be enough for you to Hurricane Pike and just kind of maybe concussive grenade your way out as well once you've got the shard on. So it's really play dependent, and it just feels easier for Meteor to kind of counteract it.
Top lane.
Echoes.
They have found the storm. Echoes. Oh, he barely zips out. He's out of mana. Small KK. I don't know if you got a glimpse of him there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sentry. Oh, he's got a
under sentry.
He's under a sentry right now, but Echo's going to try and fight back with an arrow set up from Blue. Maybe they can pump out some damage. They needed a bit more than that, though. But they do allow the storm to get out.
Yeah. Managed to stall long enough. That was Roar committed on Echoes as well. Not the longest cooldown at this point. That does provide some breathing room for the side of Meteor. Still oddly enough, a very even game, it feels like at this point now. Like, Meteor did have quite a decent lead earlier on, but now at the 10k lead they have, most of that's on Molasses. The cores have kind of equalized in farm beyond the Doom. So it's anyone's game. It's really just down to that execution. Like, can you consistently get that Roar infest? If you can, then it becomes pretty clear cut for Poke. If not, I think it's just a lot more forgiving for Meteor, because they're not really dependent on landing a big combo. They just need to jump in, find a pick off, and keep cleaning up afterwards. Maybe get the Doom off on the Lesh or the Lifestealer, but beyond that, it's pretty much just straight up run and gun. And so for Poke, a certain series of events has to happen for Poke for them to really feel safe about this game.
Oh, Aaron. Easy kill here. No real escape for him. At the very least, it is just the position 4, position 5 going down. Bottom tier 2 tower looks like it's going to be under siege here. Meteor, still the much stronger team, of course. So, again, as long as does not get caught, he is fine to continue pushing through the bottom wave. And there'll be no defense anyway. Instead, they're in the mid lane. Echoes, actually making sure small KK cannot find any way back to the bot wave. It doesn't seem like they really want to try and fight anyway. Meteor, they will happily take it for free. Take the outpost while they're at it, but Poke will do the exact same thing. Just trying to figure out, like, what other ways they can do this, right? Like, because it's kind of like you said, you can't really rely on just the Blink Roar. I thought maybe we'd see a Blink being built up on Lunfer, but he's not going down that route either. He's going straight into a BKB himself, so maybe just feel like he needs to just run through the team fight and find the sniper.
I don't mind that for the Lifestealer. I don't think he needs the mobility. I think it's the Beastmaster and the Leshrac that need it. Like, small KK after the Shivas, I wouldn't mind a blink on him, honestly. And like, just having instant follow-through on the backline is pretty damn big. He doesn't have protection at all, though. Like, not even a BKB on the Lesh, so it could be a bit dicey, but just have these multiple ways of jumping the sniper. And again, that simplifies the game. Instead of one perfect play, you have 2 play options. You know, more options, the better. It just means that you've got different angles to take every single time. You also are working onto this Hex for Killa. So once the Hex is up, I mean, you can just chain stun as long as you need. Heck, you can even control Echoes if he just runs in too aggressively to help, and they're going to smoke up now.
Tier 1 tower is going to go down top lane, but the smoke is there. Killer looking to wrap right through the back, I believe. We'll get some Hawks out. Keep in mind, Roshan is up in a minute 10, so a lot riding on this next team fight. Oh, they might just find Echoes. He pops his BKB in time. Does he have the enough HP to survive? He does. Echoes, he'll keep going. There's your Doom out. Molasses couldn't land the stun, but they got the shards off. 4-staff away. He's all right for now, but Molasses is not giving up on the chase. They've got the Assassinate. That'll fly through. Lunfer is down, and so is Ranfu Dao. Aaron, no way out of this situation, I don't think. Although apparently he can just walk out with a Glimmer Cape. But they will spot him out eventually. And to the south, they've even found small KK, who does pop his Bloodstone. It's like TZ may drop for the cause. Aaron does buy back. Echoes E going back in with the Vortex, and now you've got Molasses there to back you up. You should have the damage output required, though he is still alive on this left track, still surviving, fighting back. He might actually have a chance at this. He's found 2 of them. Blue is still trying to deal with the Lesh. Who's now doing it? Oh, but they land the Split Earth. He's still going. What?
What?
What do you mean?
What? What the?
How does that happen?
Oh my god.
He actually
Meteor.
cleaned
They overchase, they overcommit, they don't respect the Lesh. They don't respect how durable he is with Akai Sanj and the Shivas and the Bloodstone. And I mean, you saw how far Echoes was zooming in. He barely had mana and HP. Like, they forced that so hard. And the attack speed slow, the low ground misses for the sniper in that position as well. Like, it's not a place where you really want to fight. And they got punished severely, so Poke, I mean, they stay in this game. Roshan's up as well. This could be a massive rush for them. Number 2 with a free shard. That could be the shard that goes to Killa. And he's got the Hex up now as well. So you get your dive bombing birds. You've got the Sight of Vice. Along with Roar and Open Wounds, you have a lot of ways to pop these Lincolns and get that stun on. And the high ground push for these heroes, it doesn't take too long. It's a Leshrac Beastmaster. They've got a lot of options for the high ground.
No, I can't believe Poke are the ones taking Roshan. Like, Meteor, had they backed off and left the Lesh alone, like, it would have been such a different situation. But now the net worth lead is completely gone back the other way. Poke actually has the 52% chance win probability this game now. That last chase on the Lesh was just such a throw happening, and
Dire's middle tower
oh,
is under
Echoes.
attack.
The small KK won't bother. Killer's looking for another initiation with this Beastmaster.
Dire's courier has been
They're not going to find it. They will at least find a courier of molasses, so that's his refresher orb going down the toilet. He has the rest of the components on the actual hero, but he loses that perseverance he needed. So that's gone for 3.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Man, hey, Meteor, this game is just completely open off the back of just one
Middle tower
prolonged chase. Like, that is nuts. And both of these teams really need that W here, Mike. So, it's not a good feeling. Like, it's really not. But for Poke, I mean, they're on top of the world here. You know, they're feeling great. Hey, heck, they might feel great enough that after Killa finishes up this Octarine, you know what? He's gonna feel good enough for the drums to slam, Mike. I have a feeling.
No, he's not. No, he's not, Jonathan.
Yes, he is. He's gonna bang those drums, Mikey. He's gonna bang those drums. No. You know the ultimate Ags combo? Centaur Ags, cart ride, a piece of master and drums. It's like it's just Mad Max, dude.
is under attack.
It's just Mad Max.
lane.
He's just dug, 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 dug.
I stopped listening a long time ago, John. I'm going to be afraid these damn drums of Slom have got you.
Dire's bottom tower.
Bottom lane.
It's beautiful, Mike.
Diabolic Edict popped. They've got plenty of push, and Killer is just casually waiting.
Are fortified.
See a nice target, blink in, raw, that'll do the job. I mean, the way this game's like turned on its head is just kind of ridiculous. Now a full Heart of Tarask on the way for small KK.
Oh boy.
He doesn't have any slots for
Oh,
it. He's
man.
trying to find what to take out. I think you've got to get rid of the boots travel. Unless you just wait out the ages.
Maybe just use your blink, swap into heart. Could we play?
That's what I was thinking.
Under attack.
Like, once you blink in, just swap it. Probably the best. Yeah, I wanted you to take a look at the graphs, Mike. Look at that little, you had huge rise up from 76% the way of Meteor to now we're at 63% for Poke. Off the back of that one ridiculous chase. That's
Yeah.
just maddening. That's insane.
It is rather insane. Like, it was lit. I just still can't believe Small KK got away with that. It's actually incredible.
Meteor kicking themselves in the head. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Still, I mean, Poke are going to struggle to get high ground. That's kind of the thing. Like, you are still up against a decently farmed sniper. That is going to cause a lot of headache trying to go high ground. As long as doesn't show himself on the sniper, you're as good as safe, I think, because Killer will be waiting the whole time to see that man. Like, any one of the cores is a good raw target, but the sniper is like a guaranteed 2 lanes of barracks.
Has been killed.
His courier died again. That's a
Uh-oh.
Scotty down
That's-
again. He was a
There
micro
goes
and get
Scotty.
across the map, dude. Down to right side. That's just nuts.
They are still, again, they're going to struggle to go high ground. Like, it's a sniper.
All right,
And then even
so
with the storm zips going
yeah.
on, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to take some time. So 3 minutes until the next rush. They do have their spells ready to go on Meteor, so they will try. They've got double Doom, double BKB on Molasses as well. Oh, could be a big fight.
Could be.
Or
Midnight
not.
Shadow was popped though, and that's enough for them to actually walk out of that. Arrow? Around Fudal's going to avoid it. So now it's like you're in that territory where it's like just go farm the whole map. Like if they're going to just sit in their base for the next 10-15 minutes just waiting, you just have to go farm. You don't really have much of a choice unless you can find maybe a lift onto the storm. That could give you the opening you're looking for. And Ran Fudal, to be fair, is looking for that opening. It's just not that easy when you're just zipping back and forth.
Yeah, it's a hard target to lock into. I think the next timing now for Meteor is the Ags on Echoes. Just having the AoE Vortex could open up these fights a lot more. Honestly, the Ags as well in the last. Like, you get that AoE Vortex plus AoE Doom. That's where the game probably simplifies a lot more for Meteor and becomes a little bit less convoluted. So you just need to kind of try to hit that point. However, Poke has just climbed back. They've got the 2K lead now, Mike. You know, they've taken over the map. They've got complete control. Again, this graph is ridiculous. Like the bounce back is quite steep. And
It is.
and Poke, I mean, they just recover. You know, it's like I'm still trying to comprehend what happened in that triangle. But I think I'd have a better memory if there were some drums going on in the background, you know? Not stopping, Mike. Can't stop.
No, you're not. You
drums.
certainly are not, John. Oh, 41 minutes in. 2K advantage now the way of the Radiant. Meteor are still just sitting high ground, as is expected. Yeah, your sniper now does have enough gold to pick up the full Daedalus, just needed the Demon Edge. To be fair though, he's still waiting for his courier to be able to get his Eye of Skadi as well. Ag's now built up on Echo, so he's got that huge team fight potential now with the AoE Vortex. And Poke, it seems like they're going to try and smoke. Give them a false sense of safety here. In fact, I say smoke, they're just running towards the top lane. There's a smoke, but from Meteor.
You want to reveal that Ags and Echoes, but I feel like if they were just more patient, they'd have Molasses Ags too.
Aaron, he's going to give up his life to give the vision. Killer going to move in, not finding the roar though, got stunned up, and now Echoes, he can just keep going with the BKB. This may not be the team fight Poke was looking for. They got the Doom off onto the Lifestealer. Oh, he cannot survive through it. Buybacks are incoming, but Poke, they've got to be so cautious not to throw the game back the other way. Is this Leshrac somehow still alive? Somehow, but no, he is gone. Still, they have jumped the sniper. Mm's in trouble. He's going to TP out of there. They've got no way to cancel. This is going to be fine. He is all right. And he could probably just run back to the fight if it drags on long enough. But it may not, as they have found a couple here on the side of Poke. Can they actually go high ground? Because there are buybacks.
They can. There's no double Doom. That's the big kicker here. No Doom available on Molasses for another 40. That's a big opening, and they can just melt these towers.
Oh, jump in. Small KK's trying. The sniper will get right to work. The Doom in trouble now. Lundford trying to move forward. Infest will at least save the Leshrac. Aaron instead will be the target as they found the storm. The Hex is out. They've got Echoes. He's down. And somehow Aaron's actually survived throughout all of this. There is buyback on Echoes.
Nah, gets a good read. Understands that they'll take the racks and probably play safe because they bought back. So it's a fight over the next Roche, which is up early. You don't have your Storm for a full minute here. That's a massive opening for the side of Poke to continue to hammer in this game for themselves. The side of Meteor can't afford to give that one away, but they can't really jump in without the Storm. Molasses can commit to buy the Ags now as well. So you'd connect with your Storm with the AoE Vortex, AoE Doom. And they're going to have to run up.
They're going to have to try, but Roshan's already gone. Lunfer picks up the Aegis. Refresher shard available on Killer. So even Roshan doesn't agree with your Drums of Slom here, John. Not allowing Killer to have that for free. Double Roar, though. Double Hex.
Sadness.
It's pretty massive on this Beastmaster.
Yeah, but drums. It's also massive. It's a massive beat, Mike. It's a massive
It's not
beat.
happening. It's not happening, John.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, what
Meteor.
needs to happen right now for Meteor is that connection. They need the Ags. I think Molasses Ags is big. Like, if you can save your refresh Doom for basically just a second fight instead of, just dooming 2 targets because it's single target, then this game changes for Meteor. It just becomes about get your AoE Vortex, get your AoE Doom, kill everyone. There's also a bit of an issue for like, he does not have a shard. I have not seen a sniper without a shard at this time in the game ever. Like, you always pick it up. You just have that extra big get out jail card, and we've seen that kind of be an issue for like, without that, just solely relying on Hurricane Pike, it's just not enough sometimes. So I'm a bit surprised he doesn't actually just buy out the shard.
Not yet. Poke looking for the next opportunity at the high ground. And this high ground defense just became so much more challenging now that you've got the double roar up, double hex up. But without the buybacks, it's kind of risky to try and go for it. I think both teams are kind of in the same boat here. The thing is, the Storm does have buybacks. So if you end up like killing him off once, Echoes with the buyback can always just zip in with a huge vortex. We've seen it countless times. So they've got to be kind of concerned about the buyback being available here on Echoes. But it can just be all about farming again. Like, it's a 10k net worth advantage now, and you still control most of the map as Poke. In fact, all of the map, quite frankly. You can just keep escalating that net worth lead and just get to the point where you're just so beyond farmed that it's just not even funny anymore.
Yeah, it's still classic sniper gaming, though. Like, even with all the farm in the world, and this little short dude with a gun, it's more than enough to keep you off. This is the way it is. Refresh up now as well, Killer. So, yet another double roar available. Double hex. I've got a lot of punish. Did Molasses? Yeah, Molasses has his Ags with buyback. So this is the play now. Vortex, AoE Doom. Just needs to happen. It's a lot harder to pull off. I think Poke has been really disciplined in staying far apart. And as long as they don't push high ground, your opportunities to see them clumped up, very, very few and far between.
Well, Poke still taking their sweet time here. Even the tomb being brought up on Killer, looking for that level 25 mark. I wonder if he wants to go for the minus cooldown on Primal Roar, because, well, that makes it 9.6 seconds of cooldown on Primal Roar. If he does go for that level 25 talent, that's a little bit silly. 9.6 seconds.
Yep.
He hasn't screwed anything up yet, though. He'll go for the axes instead.
Yeah. I mean, 39.6 is already ridiculous enough. And I don't even know his actual cooldown without the reduction on Octarine and Spell Prism. I'm pretty sure these two reduce after the minus 30. So it's not as drastic of a cooldown in comparison to just, the 2-second axes. This is basically like old Beastmaster Ags. So you've got the old meme on hand. It's a lot of damage, and you shove a creep wave forever with no punishment. So you just keep this game in this state of equilibrium. How long do you think we're going to be in prison, Mike? This feels like jail. It's because I keep talking about the drums that we're being punished.
Yeah, you're right.
Take a guess. How long is this?
I don't think it'd be that much longer, honestly. Is the
Oh,
famous last
really?
words.
You really don't think? You really don't think that?
Well, they've got the infest
Brave
killer
words,
up right
Mikey.
now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, they might just wait for Roshan. It's just such a long time away to go after that Roshan, though.
You know what we need? We need Ballista back. This would fix the game.
They might go right now. They're going.
Oh.
X is out. They found the Marana. Not the biggest kill, but it's something. Molasses, though, he's made the jump in.
Oh.
The AoE Doom is out onto the Leshrac. They've got a secondary as well. Killer is down. And Lundfo needs to get the hell out. They never even committed the second Doom, in fact. He was mid-animation, but just cancels, realizing he didn't need it. So he still holds on to it for the next fight.
No. You were saying, Mike? Not too long?
Oh.
This is the eternal hold, Mike. All we need is an
Aaron?
Arc Warden somewhere.
Round food down, gonna break a link.
Oh,
Zip
oh.
is there, Vortex is out. He's caught 2 targets. The problem is the Leshrac. No, they get the Doom off. The Lesh can't do too much here. He'll just keep running towards it with the Pulse Nova going. And it is gonna wear off. The Doom is gone. As round
What?
food down, nice zip in, has found the sniper. Abyssal Blade up, but the Snowball is gonna buy some time. Can he get out? Hurricane Pike is there. Is still running. Vortex to try and help out. It won't matter. They've lost the sniper, but they have the buyback. Meanwhile, Molasses was holding down Killer. Killer is going to be able to get out. Something again. Run Fudel. He found the sniper a second time. BKB is there, though. This time around, the sniper's okay. At least for now. But look at this Leshrac. He is so huge.
Good God.
He's taking no damage. 0 damage being taken. He's got 5.3k HP. Ancient exposed. And like I said, this game should be over rather soon, John. Echoes is zipping around trying to save the day. But this Leshrac, small KK, is just massive. Ancient is still dropping, and it is gone. The game's over.
Oh
Poke have done
my
it.
God.